O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show. This
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
There's just one place to celebrate our happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Plus last chance savings on a 2024 RDX. $379 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Miles an hour, that's a Category 4 hurricane. 3 deaths are reported in Florida after more than 24 were killed.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla. Not 24,000, 20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Wow. I mean, the sway of emotions, it was like a pendulum. You're pissed off. They're getting their asses kicked. Cal is embarrassing them. Cam is throwing some stupid shit like a pick six and inaccurate. The defense can't stop anything. Stupid penalties. And by the way, they got lucky at the end. Basanth led with the helmet. Wesley Basanth led with the helmet. Got lucky they didn't get the call. And you did everything to lose that game. And you win. It's just, this is just one of those that you cannot explain. You're on the road and you've done everything to give that team the opportunity to win this game. I mean, you built a 35-10 hole, dude. And stupid penalty after stupid penalty after stupid penalty. It wasn't so bad at halftime. How did it end up? You know what? I got to look at it right now. 9 for 110. And I believe that at halftime, each team had like 2 for like 20 yards or 25. It wasn't any. And then the second half, I don't know what happened. And a lot of the stupid stuff that we had seen the first couple of years under Mario, we were watching. He didn't even use his timeouts the right way at the end. And he let the time run out and gave up like 30 seconds at one point. It was just, it was really, really weird. You know, like I'm super happy they're 6-0. I'm glad that they won. But I'm also sitting here going, I'm not going to kid myself here. They got lucky they won here because they weren't playing a great team. You know what I mean? If you're playing a top team, you just don't come back and win these kind of games. You know what I'm saying? And it's great that they won, but it was, man, this was frustrating. I got to tell you, this was a frustrating deal. I see the super chats coming in. Don't forget, you can send in Cash App or Venmo. There's the QR code for Cash App or Venmo. Use the QR code. You can send in your comments, your insults, your compliments, your love for the Canes, your frustration for the Canes, whatever it is. Use it right there. Use the QR code and send it in, because we get 100% of the donation on Super Chat. This stinking YouTube takes 30. So use the QR code there and send it in. But just frustrating, dude. Frustrating as hell, but happy. The difference is, like, tomorrow, or actually, I'm sorry, in a couple of hours when I'm back to do the pregame show, we're going to probably be disappointed by that team. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we, as Canes fans, have to take this into a positive, okay? That they found a way to win. It was ugly, but they won. And I listen, if we're all like honest with ourselves and all that stuff, we all know they can't keep playing like this with better teams. They're not going to win. I get that. I get that. But we got to compartmentalize and we got to enjoy the moment because it was a win. You know what I mean? They found a way. They played like shit and they found a way to win, dude. And, you know, that there's something there at least for that, you know? They got to play better. They got to play smarter. They've got to play better defense, you know? But here's the other thing. This is their third year. Mario inherited a lot of crap, right? So he had to weed out a lot of crap. So he's really here. This team isn't, it kind of proves to you in the last couple of weeks. Cam didn't play well last week either, and he had to make up for his play. He didn't play well again this week. Plus, players didn't make plays, too. There were a couple of throws that Cam made, and they dropped the balls, too, at the same time. So, you know, it goes both ways. And then a lot of the mental errors. But they found a way to win. And to me, I can overcome the frustrations of all the crap that went on in this game because you found a way to win. But, again, I'm not going to sit here and kid myself and go, oh my God, they're 6-0 and they should be challenging for the national title. No, we're going to need to see a lot more against better teams in bigger moments. You know what I'm saying? From the whole team, not just Cam, not just Mario, not just the coordinators, but the entire team needs to perform at a much higher level and a much better play. You know what I'm saying? Today they were fortunate. Today they were lucky. Today they weren't playing a team that's normally a really good team, a team that's, you know, used to having success, a team that is, you know, an upper echelon type of college football team. They're not. They're playing a middling to lesser team in college football in Cal. Yeah, they're having a decent season. Yeah, they got a nice defense, but, you know, come on, man. It's Cal. So you've got to find a way to play a lot better and a lot smarter. Because think about it. Look at all the crap you did today, and you still won. You still won, which is amazing. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin donation or Ethereum donation and send in your comments there. By the way, Caneswear, proud sponsor of our program. We love Caneswear. Use our code BIGO10. You will get 10% off at Caneswear. They got anything and everything practically with a Canes logo on it. So go check it out at Caneswear. And speaking of Caneswear, well, Manny Navarro is ready with our Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report. So let's see if we can actually find the open, since I am flying solo here today. Working hard for you guys, flying solo, damn it. And where is my Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report with Manny Navarro, damn it? I know it's somewhere here. I know I can
The
find it.
viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website. If you're a Miami sports fan, there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2655 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop. Time for Canes fans to get what they want. Information, insight, and perspective. It's the Caneswear Miami Hurricanes Report with Manny Navarro. Exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. Here's Big O and insider Manny Navarro.
Now I got my mic up. There he is, locked and loaded, and full of Red Bull. Right? How many did you have in the game? How many Red Bulls?
I had 2 16 ounces, and right now I'm actually brewing some coffee here now that I'm back home. I watched the fourth quarter here at home. I was at my buddy's house for the first 3, and when it was 35-10, I told him, hey, man, time for me to make the drive back. I think I got to get ready for the show. This one's over. But, hey, man, what an unbelievable comeback.
You know, it's what I was just talking about, that it's hilarious because they played like shit. They did everything to lose this game. The defense played terrible. They made all kinds of stupid penalties. Cam played sloppy. He was inaccurate. Obviously, the dumb pick six. The misuse of your timeouts towards the end, misuse of the clock. There's a laundry list. But then on the flip side, you have to say, but they still found a way to win. And that is, it's crazy, but that in itself is progress for this team. Now, do they have to learn how to put 4 better quarters together, more cleaner quarters? Yeah. But again, they probably should have lost these last 2 weeks, and they found a way to win. So, that's where I got to pump the brakes a little bit and say, hey, man, in a couple of hours, I'm going to get disappointed by the other team. You know what I'm
That's right.
So I gotta, you gotta look big picture. You gotta look at things and appreciate them for what they are. And it was ugly and painful, but still they found a way to win.
Well, I mean, that's the difference, right? Great teams always find a way to win. You go back to the old school days. You think about Miami playing Boston College and Ed Reed returning that interception for a touchdown. In a game that they played horrible, and the Canes always play horrible in games they're not supposed to, right? They were favored by 10.5 points going to this game. They were double digit. I told you, hey, this is going to be a low scoring game. We told everybody,
Yeah, I like the under this game. I lost. Yeah,
Cal's defense hadn't given up more than 14 points, and at the end of the first half, it's 21-10, and you're like, man, this is going to be trouble. And then they fall behind 35-10, and you're like, it's over. They're just going to keep turning it over and making mistakes, but that's why college football is crazy, man. It really is. You want to talk about how hard it is to win now? Ask Alabama about beating Vanderbilt. Ask Tennessee about winning at Arkansas. People lose games, and as long as you have one more point than the other team, that's what you're supposed to do every single week.
Yeah, and by watching Vandy beat, Alabama, that's why I can be pissed off and frustrated about the performance, but I cannot be pissed off and frustrated about the result. And by the way, we sit here in Canes world saying, oh, the world's always against us. The world's always against us. Wesley Basaint should have been called for targeting, bro.
Absolutely.
He lowered his helmet. He lost sight of the offensive player at that point. He and he went right. He should have gotten called. And for those of us, that are always worried, the Canes never get the calls, it always goes against them. That was the break of the game right there.
100%. And then what about I don't know how many yards that pass play ended up being. I think 77 yards to Restrepo, where Cal's defense completely falls asleep at the wheel right after that. on the very first play when Miami's pinned down on its own 8-yard line. I mean, it's just the amount of things that had to happen for Miami to come back to be able to win this game. We talk about the targeting, the blown coverage, Cal throwing the football instead of running it, right? When they were up 3 scores on Miami, they kept wanting to throw the football. It was amazing to me, all the things that had to happen. But look, man, this feels like a team of destiny in a lot of ways because they keep, they got the call last week for the Hail Mary to go their way against Virginia Tech. And then today they pull off one of the greatest comebacks in school history. And sometimes, like you said, it's just better to be talking about all the things that went wrong in a win than the other way around.
No, and again, that's where I gotta, and by the way, kudos to Cam, because guys also have a tendency sometimes when they play like shit, they
go in the tank.
They just go in the tank, and and somehow or another he kept himself in the game, and he was active, and if this is, I'm wondering what is. So Cam is more what we've seen the last 2 weeks instead of what we saw the first 4 weeks with lesser competition, because he was able to abuse them, but now he's playing better defenses and he has more of a tendency of making mistakes and not being as accurate, by the way, because his ball placement wasn't great today at times. You know what I mean? And so I'm just wondering, who is Cam now? Is it the guy that can abuse the easier teams, and then he's going to have his moments, but he's going to make mistakes against the better teams right now.
Yeah, I think this is the Cam Ward that we thought Miami was getting from Washington State, a guy who's going to turn the ball over, who's going to make some bad decisions. He is in a lot of ways a backyard football quarterback, right? I mean, you think about a lot of the plays that he's made where he's, it's kind of like the Ben Roethlisberger thing back in the day where nobody could really sack Roethlisberger and he just kept moving around and waiting and waiting and waiting.
The play he took the sack that Strepo's wide open in the middle of the field. Like, bro, why are you and then there's a play where the tight end is waiting for the goddamn ball and he takes
the running backs were wide open the entire day. And I was surprised. He finally checked the ball down to Damian Martinez on that 3rd and 20. And Martinez, luckily for Miami, was able to get the first down and keep his balance on the sideline. But you're right. I mean, these are the faults of Cam Ward. What we're seeing is why people said he was a day 2, day 3 NFL draft pick, because there are warts in his game. He is not. Again, there are a lot of guys in college right now who wish they had Cam Ward's ability, right? He can throw from the different arm slots, that he can make the plays that he does. But there's a reason why he still has to prove himself. He still is making mistakes that NFL teams are not going to be willing to accept. And when you've got
a minute. Hold on, Manny.
Yeah.
Well, so what you're saying is that Miami Dolphin fans with their hypothetical top 5 pick no longer want Cam Ward.
Right. Some of them may not, because he's going to make plays like that. But you got to take the good and the bad. And that's ultimately what Mario Cristobal said, right? I'd rather have this guy than Tyler Van Dyke, who is going to make more turnovers and more mistakes. At least this guy might win us a game like he did tonight.
Oh, no. And what I've learned from Cam Ward is he's not going in the fucking tank.
No, and that's a big part of this, right? I mean, when you're a pitcher, you think about baseball, right? When pitchers get shelled, what do they do the next time they get on the mound? Do they go in the tank, or do they keep firing? And listen, Cam Ward knew damn well what he did. He knew he shouldn't have thrown the ball back across the field that led to that pick six. He knew it. It's not like he needed to be told. He made a really stupid play. Now we got to make sure that it doesn't happen again in 2 weeks when they line up against Louisville.
No, it's going to happen because he's been throwing across the field since the FAMU. He does this. This is in his DNA. He's going to take chances, and he makes plays like that too. That's the problem with that. So you're on the sideline and you're the offensive coordinator. Do you take that weapon away from him? You don't. Until
I would say this. I think
you can't do it.
You can't do it, but you can also be a little bit smarter, right?
Yeah.
And while you want to give this guy a leash to make the plays and to lead you to wins, Miami gets inside the 5-yard line. I think this was the score that made it 38-13, if I remember correctly. They get the ball inside the 5 and they throw 3 passes. Oh, when does a Mario Cristobal team not run it at least once in that situation and hand the ball off? Like,
by the way, I had no problem with him going for it also on 4th down early in the game.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
I was proud of Mario. I thought he would actually punt, and they failed, but I was really proud of Mario in that moment because you and I have talked about, as much as I like Mario, on game day he has a conservative nature to him that bothers me a little bit, and that tells me that he's letting his offensive coordinator, his offensive coordinator must have told him, no, we can go, we can convert this, and he's giving him that lead.
You've got one of the 5 best quarterbacks in college football making plays for you every single week, and you're going to give him that leash. My thing is, at some point though, when you've got a guy like Mark Fletcher who's running the ball as well as he was tonight, 7.4 yards a carry, and you're inside the 5-yard line, I'm sorry. I'm giving that guy a carry inside the 5. I'm not screwing around and putting the ball in the air.
Yeah.
I just
Super Bowl, Marshawn Lynch. I get you.
Yeah. Like at some point you got to just, okay, listen, thanks Cam. You brought us all the way down the field. Great job. Now our big boys are going to push some people around. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the part of it that has to get cleaned up, because this isn't going to work against Clemson, right? Clemson's too good of a team to let you come back from 25 down to beat them. This isn't going to work against Georgia or Alabama. Even though Alabama gave up all those points to Georgia, it's just not going to happen regularly against those teams, right? You can do this against Cal. You can come back and beat a Virginia Tech down 2 scores, but it's not going to happen against the best teams when you get into the playoff. And I think they just got to be more conservative when they're in the red zone. That's my one criticism for today.
Yeah, and the other thing is the penalties. This has got to be cleaned up, dude.
Yeah,
because you're in the ACC play now. The competition's better. I know you can overcome a loss, but these are all very winnable games, man. Set yourself up, but you can't just give them yards, bro. 110 yards.
It was guys selling out. It was guys, you saw the play to the running back, the 66-yarder to Ott on 4th and 1. The linebackers got to stick with his man, and they didn't. It's just there's been a lot of hero ball on defense the last 2 weeks, where guys are like, screw it, I'm going after the quarterback. Screw it, I'm blowing my assignment. And you can't have that. That's where you miss a Cam Kitchens in your secondary, because he won't allow that kind of crap to happen. He's going to tell.
Yeah, the tight end faked the screen and then took off and got the big play for the touchdown. So there's mistakes going on. But again, here's the other thing I said before you got here. I hate, let's pump the brakes again. Mario inherited a bunch of crap. He had to flush it out for the first 2 years. He really is in only year 3. So this is not really a team that's even close to finished. You're going to need another full year. I think next year, by the time you get to the end of the 4th year, is when you'll see like more of the kind of team that he probably wants, because there's still holes. There's still a lack of depth. There's still a lack of experience. There's still a lack of continuity. Of course, you got a fantastic quarterback, but there's still some holes in all those things that I talked about in and around Cam. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But you know what? The bottom line is you need a special quarterback in today's game to get there. And this is a 9-8 win team without Cam Ward. Good and bad. And so Mario's got to continue to bring in those quarterbacks and develop an Emory Williams. Make sure Emory Williams is ready to play like this next year. Will he be? I don't know. If he isn't, then you go get a guy in the portal.
Shit, he looked good. He looked good the other day when he came off the bench, bro. He did. He did. But listen, that's what it's going to take, man. You gotta until you have that quarterback position every single year, like Miami had it in the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
You're gonna have your years where you get to 9 wins, and then your years where you can actually compete for championships. And hopefully for Miami, this is one of those years.
All right, let's get your ass to sleep. What do you got going
Yes,
on in the
brother.
Athletic? So folks can check you out.
I'm going to be writing a column off this game tonight, and so people can read that in the morning when I'm at the what's it called near my house, the Tire Kingdom, getting 2 new tires on my car at 9 a.m. So I will be working into the night, probably about 5 a.m., and then just getting 3 hours of sleep, brother, and getting my ass up at Tire Kingdom to get some tires on the car.
All right, there you go. He'll be at Tire Kingdom. All right. Hey, by the way, we used to have a Rosa was his name. I want to say was the kid's name, was the son of the guy from Tire Kingdom.
Was he? I don't remember. It's been a while.
Basketball team. He was on the basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy from Tire Kingdom. I think his son was like a role player and all that. Anyway, follow him on Twitter. I always have useless information in my head. I'm sorry. Follow him on Twitter, Manny_Navarro. Catch his work there at The Athletic, and he'll be back on Tuesday joining us. Manny, as always, thank you, my brother. Night.
Night, brother. Take care.
You got it. There you go. The great Manny Navarro. And don't forget Caneswear. How about Sean? He is joining us, bro. That is amazing. Caneswear.com. Use the code BIGO10. Caneswear.com.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at Caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
All right. Go see my guys out there. Brett, you know how to get it done. Jeff, all the great guys out there. John, man, good people. Ken, just amazing people out there at Caneswear. Amazing night for us Canes fans. Let me remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can send in a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation too at the same time. Edward Sarmiento, thank you for the love on Venmo. He says, you're spot on, Big O. I'm critical of our teams, but on a day so many heavy favorites, high-ranked teams lost, having to fly across the country starting at 10:30 compared to the Finns, I'll take this result every time, keeping it real. Yeah, dude. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but, man, we would have been really pissed if they lost the game in the end. And if they would have gone in the crapper at 35-10, then we have all, but for them to come back, even all that, it's pretty awesome. It's frustrating, but awesome. Frustrating, but awesome. All right, Sean, what do we got in super chats here? Because I know a few came in. Let's get to those and let's answer those. Man of 1,005 holds. Thank you, sir, for the amazing commitment. That game made me age by 200 years. Cam Clutch Ward got it. Let's go. I'm crying right now. What a game. Never give up. Not sure I can sleep. Go Canes. I know, right? It's hard to sleep after something like this. And I've got to wake up, so does Sean, in a couple of hours to do a pregame show for the Dolphins and the Patriots. I know some of you are thinking I'm absolutely insane for doing this. Well, guess what? A whole bunch of you are here with me. A lot of people thought, but like my family, like, well, is anybody going to be watching or whatever? Yeah, people will watch. You know what I mean? People, they're fans like I am. They love the team like I do, and they want to see them win. And, this was amazing today. This is fun. Frustrating as hell, but fun. They found a way. Not tomorrow, in a few hours, the Dolphins will probably piss the shit out of us. You know what I'm saying? They'll piss us off. They'll frustrate us. They don't come through. Hey, man, maybe the other football team has got something going on and they're building something. You know what I mean? And they found a way. You play like crap on the road, like this gentleman said, 10:30, found a way. I love it. And yes, please smash the hell out of the like button, man. We had almost 500 people watching, only 128. Come on. All right, let's go to the super chats. What do we got? Mr. FOH, what an effing game. Amen. Amen, my brother. Amen. It was beautiful. Thank you, sir, for your commitment. Mateo Dulio, thank you. Cal has number 1 defense in the country, a character win, tank for Cam. All right, so Mateo is still a Dolphin fan that wants Cam. I figure some Dolphin fans would back up off of that right now. All right, next up. Alexander Orlando, you need to go back to QAM and be a part of the Canes pregame show. This will get you back and also do the morning show. Alexander, you've been watching this for a while now because you've chimed in many, many times. Have you not learned anything about me? I did everything so I can get out of that place. I did everything so I can start my own platform because the world is going in this direction. Radio's dying. I make a living. Sean makes a living. Other people make money off this. Many people have made money off of this platform. Okay? Why do I need QAM? You're not getting it, my brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. We need it. We appreciate the support, but they could offer me a gig. And there's no chance I would ever take it. Zero. I don't think you understand me, dude. I have the freedoms that I've never had. I don't need them whatsoever. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate it. Thank you for thinking of me, but I wouldn't want to work for that piece of shit organization ever again in my life. Next up, Frankie Fresco. I know you're disappointed, my brother. You know what I mean? But hey, didn't Florida beat Central Florida today?
Yes, they won the battle against Central Florida.
But hey, listen, they did something important today because Central Florida was going for another national championship. Now they can't go after another. What the hell was that? Is that your?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell just happened.
What the hell is that?
It's past 3:00 in the morning, so maybe my system's resetting in the middle of this. So Frankie lost a bet with me for $50, by the way.
Oh, nice.
No, listen, but man of his word, he's already paid up, by the way.
Nice.
But we watched the game together on his channel.
Oh,
and watched the Canes game. So I live betted the game.
Oh.
I took the Canes plus 4.5, and I took the Canes at plus 14.5.
Live betting, bro.
So, yeah, it was a good night for me.
You had a real good night. Yeah. And as we told everybody, live betting is where you get the value. And that's what it's all about. Next up on the super chats. Remember, Cash App or Venmo. We push it because we'd rather get it there, to be quite honest, because we get 100%. But I get it. If you don't have Cash App or Venmo, I understand. You send the super chat and we're cool. But if you can, obviously. Adrian Delgado, tonight was the best night to pull out a win. 7 upsets tonight, and we managed to pull out a win. It was an ugly one, but overall, fantastic outcome. Exactly, dude. We are super blessed to have the victory, to have a team that has some balls and some character to play like shit, do everything possible to lose it, and still find a way to win it. I think that's awesome. It's better than the rest of us staying up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning and they lose, bro. At least I can go to sleep with a smile on my face, and I'm going to wake up with a smile on my face. And yeah, maybe in the afternoon I'm going to be pissed off because the Dolphins may depress me, but at least the Canes and Inter Miami, by the way, Inter Miami with a sweet win today. That was awesome. Anyway, next up, Sean. Great day today. A really great day today. John Wayne's 45. Big O, I turned it off in the third for health reasons. Thank God they called me in the fourth. D needs help. Yeah, the D, it didn't play well today. What are you going to do? And they made mistakes. They committed penalties, all that kind of stuff. But they found a way to win. And then they stopped them when they had to stop them to give the ball back to Cam, too. So we got to give the D a little love. Next up. We have caught up to the super chats. Thank you all out there. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Hateful Steve is in the house. late at night. Love you, Steve. Great commitment to the platform. Stoked for the win. It was getting embarrassing when Cal brought out Cleo Lemon to run in a TD. Apparently, I don't follow Cal football, but from what we're telling us, that the Columbus kid beat him out. He was supposed to be the starter. So then they created some kind of a little role for the kid, and he did burn us early, and then after he didn't. Although the deep ball he threw to the kid on the right side of the field, the kid had a shot at that play. It would have been ugly for our team. But thank you, Steve. Appreciate you as always. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Silos, thank you, sir, on the super chat. This game was crazy, down 35-10 and clawed our way back in the game. You need games like this to win championships, build character, and build togetherness. You know, it's all cliche-ish, everything you're saying. And you're 100% right, dude. It's total cliche, but it's true. These are the moments that you can, the last 2 weeks, okay? Because remember, Silos brings up a great point. Now when your team is down, it's like, yo, guys, we've done this before. You know, Cam can get us back. Let's get him the ball. If Cam makes a mistake, hey, don't worry about it. Cam will come back. You know, hey, the D didn't play well. Or, hey, we'll make some stops at the end when you need it. Get you the ball back. They did it. All these little things that we cannot overlook. Silos is 1,000% correct on that. That's how it does build character. That's exactly how you build character in those kind of ways. And the togetherness that he's talking about is now you can count on the guy next to you. And when you see the guy next to you fail, but then get back on his feet again and find a way to overcome, then, you know, that you have even more confidence in that player, in that unit, in that team, in that coaching staff, all those kind of things. So, Silos, you are correct. Very cliche-ish, you know. You can say that shit and it really doesn't stick in most places and in most situations, but maybe in this situation where you are building a culture where you're remember what I told you, I just said earlier in the show, this is really only, we have to pump the brakes. This is only Mario's third year. And his first 2 years, he basically spent, sitting right by the toilet, just flushing shit down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? And he's got a bunch of young guys, and now they're all learning how to win and learning how to win together. And then they've got to learn how to win and then show the next group that's coming in how to do it and all that kind of stuff. So you haven't even started that cycle yet. And that's when you got a program, when you got a bunch of juniors and seniors that have been, on your program for 3-4 years. And now you've got a couple of waves of players that are graduating. And in that process, they're teaching the incoming freshmen and the sophomores, the ropes. That's when you have a program. Mario hasn't gotten to that point yet. He's only in year 3. There's no way you have a cycle yet going. You know what I'm saying? So we have to also pump the brakes. There's no way he can have that culture in place. But what we have to say about Mario this year is there's progress. Because instead of making the mistakes and they bury you, you make the mistakes and now you have the talent to find a way to overcome. And that, my friends, is major, major, major progress. So mad props to Mario. Mad props in that sense. Shane F., thank you, sir, for this super chat. Big O, where does this rank for you for Kane's comeback? Sorry, don't have Cash App or Venmo. That's cool. I get it. That's what I said. If you don't have Cash App or Venmo, you send a super chat. That's great. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Sean and I appreciate it. We thank you immensely. Brother, I'm not going to put this with Florida State, and I'm not going to put this with Steve Walsh and Michigan. And, because it's just not, it's Cal. You know what I'm saying? I just mentioned a couple comebacks with Steve Walsh and, FSU 26-25 and, 31-30 was Michigan. That's different. So this is here's the way I would put it. Forget about ranking in history. This is the best comeback for Mario Cristobal. It maintains his undefeated streak. It maintains his top 10 ranking. In fact, he'll go up now. Okay, because they were penalized last week for their win. Now they're going to look around and go, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on. We can't penalize them for this shit anymore. Everybody else is actually losing these games." Okay? No, they won. And so now you'll climb up to like 6 now, right? Or 5. So this is important. This becomes the best comeback in Mario Cristobal's history. This becomes a super building block for Mario Cristobal, a teaching moment for Mario Cristobal, a moment that also shows his team and his program is making progress, because as you and I know, Shane F., that game would have been, the last 2 weeks would have been lost the last 2 years under the team that Mario had the last 2 years and coaching staffs. Now you have found a way to win the last 2 weeks and overcome. So let's not worry about the overall picture. Let's be happy and grateful for the progress that they've made currently at this moment. And that's what I see from Mario Cristobal and his staff. So I would say that this is a great comeback for Mario Cristobal and his program at this moment. And it maintains your undefeated season, which is enormous for us as Canes fans. That is awesome. Keeps you right there, and it keeps you in that fight for the conference championship and the playoffs. And that's awesome. So that's where I would go instead of worrying about, the past is full of championship-like teams. We're not there yet. So let's wait till you start getting to that kind of level so we can put it in the proper context where it belongs with those kind of comebacks. But I appreciate you, Shane F. Thank you, sir. Steve Rowell, thank you for the super chat. Was at the game, so sweet seeing all this shit, taking Cal fans around me, quiet at the end. Yeah, they thought they had it, right? They thought they had it. Don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. They thought they had it, dude. They definitely thought they had that one. And the Canes snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, which was a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. Have to reduce the foolish penalties, especially a wide receiver. George and Horton have to keep their cool. Yeah, the kicking and the personal foul. Yeah, I'm with you there. They've got a stupid shit like that cannot happen. I'm with you all the way, Marco. Eddie Lepp is in the house. I can't believe we won. Bob Lapsey says Canes are playing the ACC refs every game. Coaching needs to do better, yes, but players also need to do better, and they need to play with more discipline, but definitely the coaching is important there. George Matella says, Canes got me on a great high, and surely Dolphins will sadly bring me down to earth crashing. By the way, I made a woman leave my place early so I could watch my Canes in peace. Now that's priorities, George. Okay? You, sir, have priorities. I'm proud of you. Don't take no shit while you're watching your Canes, bro. Money can't buy me happiness, but if you feel better mentally not working for that piece of shit organization, kudos to you, brother. Glad you're enjoying your freedom, doing your own thing. Oh, God, yes. Yes. We're 4.5 years almost into it on our own, you know what I'm saying? So I am blessed and happy as hell to be doing this and doing it on our own and traveling and everything else, man. So I can't complain, you know. Todd says, I'm taking Cam Ward over Shador. I don't care about the hype train that clouds people's judgment. Oh, no, I would never take Cam Ward over Shador. Oh, no. You're being a homer there. Shador is a much better passer than Cam Ward. Much better passer. He has way better anticipatory skills In fact, I'm not sure Cam Ward has anticipatory skills. So yeah, no. I disagree with you there. I think you're being a little bit of a homer there. I would take Shedeur Sanders in a heartbeat over Cam Ward. In a heartbeat. Love Shedeur Sanders' game. Whew. That kid is deadly accurate, bro. Deadly accurate. Accuracy is one of those things that Cam is not actually an accurate quarterback. He's an athletic quarterback, but his accuracy is spotty at times. It's not consistent. So that's where I disagree with you. Shedeur is a pure passer, a precision passer. Really like Shedeur's passing skills, dude. It is sick. John Wayne's 45 says, last thing, thank you and Sean for the show. I'll take the win, and it feels good when UM is relevant. Rather be a Cane than a Knoll right now. Yeah, bro. God, I was watching that Knowles game. Holy shit, they're bad. Yeah. That's a great point you bring up, man. We could be in the abyss and watching a terrible team again. Our team's 6-0, man, and they're finding ways to win. And how about this? Let's instead of spinning it so negative on a positive night that I know it was frustrating, okay? But how about they can only get better? They're young, they're building experience. Hopefully they learn from these things. You know what I'm saying? So how about they not only win, but start winning with less penalties? Maybe Cam can play a little bit more discipline and not get a little crazy on that. Maybe some of these receivers can hang on to some of these passes that Cam, to Cam's defense, there were a couple passes that they dropped that they shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? That Cam was on target there. But there are times, so everybody can kind of contribute to actually be better. And you're 6-0, folks. I think that's a super positive, to be quite honest. You haven't played your best, and you're 6-0. That's the way we should be looking at it, to be quite honest. In a night where we're frustrated with all the mistakes, a good team finds a way to win. That's not a cliche. It is, but it's not in this moment, because this good team that's 6-0 found a way to win. We just saw another team that's higher ranked lost to Vanderbilt. I don't want to hear excuses. Canes found a way to win. So look at it that way. You haven't played your best football, and they're 6-0. And think about how frustrating that makes Frankie Fresco. Think about it. He's watching right now. He lost $50 to Sean. And now we just told them they're 6-0, Frankie, and they haven't played their best football. So with that, I tell you all, thank you. We appreciate the support. Thank you, as always. If you send in a super chat, thank you. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. Support our amazing sponsors like Caneswear, the Big Cheese. We're going to be at the Big Cheese broadcasting live starting at noon on Tuesday for lunch. So come on out. We're going to have a whole bunch of prizes. We're going to give away a bunch of shirts, Big O shirts. So come on out to the Big Cheese, 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue. This Tuesday, we'll be broadcasting live at noon, and we'll have a bunch of giveaways and Big Cheese gift certificates, all that good stuff. So come on out, BigCheeseMiami.com. Appreciate you all. We'll be back in a couple of hours at 11 a.m. to get you ready for the Dolphins and the Patriots. Thank you to Sean Stanley. Go Canes.